welcome back to the Matrix. And as the Matrix you are, the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you guys spam that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button. As of the time recording, Bitcoin sitting at $101,334. What we can see, we talked a lot about this yesterday, being extremely oversold on the 5-hour. Every time that has happened, it doesn't necessarily mean that the all-time bottom is in, but what we do get is an immediate minimum of a 10% move every time that you flash in the red like this. You get a 10% move once you cross to the upside, dating all the way back over here. So, you know, this is a 14% move. Even right here, getting this cross right here, this was a 10% move. So that's what we've gotten already. So that's a good thing. We still have the beard bet, 95K daily body close below that. And I will shave my beard if it happens before December 2nd, 2025. That is the bet. That is the bet. So as of right now on the 5-hour though, we've talked a lot about the 7 waves to the downside. You can make an argument for Bitcoin, but really it's pretty clean on Ethereum. It's pretty clean on Solana. Looking to make some longs on that, but as of right now, it looks like we put in a higher low on the 5-hour. And for confirmation of this, what I would like to see is a bit of a run up, nothing crazy here, but getting a 5-hour close above 104.5, 105,000, somewhere in there. That would be nice. That would be a higher low than a higher high, and it would be more evidence of a reversal. On the daily, we're kind of more neutral in the RSI, but we're still on top of all the support over here. A lot of support. I do think it's going to be a battle with that 108 range, 108K range, getting back above that, because this was support, and you could technically make an argument like, oh, hey, we lost the support, but then you look at things like, you know, ICP, and perhaps ICP is leading the charge here. We see this a lot with certain cryptocurrencies where we had our Wyckoff accumulation. You got your spring, and then, you know, there was the same thing. You lost all of this support over here, dating back, you know, all the way, even back to the bear market of 2022. You lost all of it. You lost this support that was made over here as well. At $5, how many days was that for ICP being just chilling here at that support range? 210 days. You lost it all, but that's a classic spring in Wyckoff. And then boom, you blast right through it and get back to the top of the range. So perhaps ICP is leading the market in that regard. You know, I'll just give you my thoughts on ICP. I basically think it's going to range. It's pretty overheated right now on the daily, all the way up to 86. On the 5-hour, we're starting to print a bit of a bearish divergence for ICP. So a common thing that happens a lot. We'll kind of shift gears here a little bit to ICP, because I think it perhaps could represent a sort of microcosm of the entire market over here. But what you get after a spring a lot of times is you bust through the support and confirm it, back test it as support, chop for a little bit before going higher. I'll give you a couple examples with Bitcoin. We'll give you 2 or 3 examples with Bitcoin, how it's behaved like this. But this is that's a very common, you know, breakout, chop for a bit, range for a bit before breaking higher. That's basically what I expect from ICP. I'll give you an example with Bitcoin. So the April tariffs was a spring for sure. In Wyckoff, you broke above all of this support here, chopped on top of it for a bit before breaking higher. That's how that played out. Japan rate cuts, same thing. You lost all of this support, crash down into a spring. You break back up above it, chop for a while before breaking higher. Same thing with the C19 crash. We'll go on the daily to find it. And what I'm doing is just showing you how springs behave in Wyckoff. And, I think that we could make an argument for ICP that was definitely the spring, like our version of the C19, which was the 1010 crash. Same thing, though, with the C19 crash for Bitcoin. You lose all the support that you had built for over a year. You come back, and then you immediately violently take it back, start holding it as support before then going off and away. So perhaps ICP, one of the first ones, sort of leading the charge. It's had very putrid performance for a long time. So definitely a nice sight for sore eyes, so to speak. But that's what we would want to see is, getting rejected somewhere between, $8 before $8 and just chopping for a little bit before going higher. And we would want to see it hold probably $4.30, $4 maybe to give it some room. Really, like I would like to see $5, but I'll give it a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of wiggle room of saying $4. Perhaps I put it out earlier, perhaps a potential short here back to the bottom of the range. But that's my thoughts on that. We'll take a look at the Ethereum, Solana. We talked about this yesterday. Still pretty much doing the same thing. Someone said something about, I'll just go ahead and address this. Concerning losing the 103, we have still not lost it. The top of this candle is 103.4. The bottom right now, which it hasn't closed, is 101. But either way, that is not losing daily body of 103. So no, we have not lost 103. Still to this day, we have not lost 103. To this day. The Russell 2000 comically following this fractal here. Basically, it's a little bit more scrunched, but this is the same time frame where you had a higher high over here and then a back test at the prior range. If this is going to continue to follow this is basically the point where we would expect a bounce and then putting in a new high for the Russell 2000. And if that happens, I didn't mean to do that. Let me put this over here and put this back. There we go. Things could start to heat up because this is basically, when was this next bounce? The first, I believe that was February of 21. Yes. So that was February of 21, and then you started going into distribution for the Russell. So that could be a big one if the Russell 2000 bounces here. That could be a very, very big move for the market. I'm feeling, listen, I'm going to be honest, like I have general bias of bullishness throughout the markets. Like I'm generally biased to being bullish. Except for, brief moments in time. Like ICP, I'm a little bit bearish on ICP right at this second in time. Although in the medium term, I'm more bullish on it. But I just think it's a bit overheated at this second in time. Just like when Bitcoin got to 126, I was a little bit bearish on Bitcoin, not like super crazy. But my bias in a long enough time horizon is always a bit more bullish. But in this moment in time on the entire market, I have not been this bullish in a long, long time. And I can feel it. Like I can feel the capitulation. I can feel the anxiety. I can feel the fear. I can feel the hopelessness. I can feel the despair. I feel all of it. I feel all of it. And these are all wonderful things to me. Verily, verily, I say to you, this is not how bear markets start, ladies and gentlemen. Fear and greed. According to alternative.me, it was just at 21, is at 24. That's not how a bear market starts. That's not how a bear market starts. Fear and greed according to CMC at 21. That is not how a bear market starts. That is not how a bear market starts. In fact, has there ever been a time when the price was chopping while the fear was going down? Was there ever a time when the price was chopping while the fear was continuing to go down? Yes, it was. This exact same time last year before we ripped. The exact same thing was happening. Fear was going down as the price was staying the same, relatively. Although technically we were putting in lower lows. Is what really freaked people out. You know, during this time right here, we were putting in lower lows and lower highs the whole time. But relatively, that's a chop. During that time, guess what? Guess what? Same thing happened. This is the fractal from Bitcoin. Again, very, very comically following this at this point. We would expect a bounce, starting to put in higher highs in the macro. Just taking out this high is going to be a continuation of this pattern. So about 116 to do that. That's basically what happened over here. And if we don't do this, then I'll delete the fractal. Ethereum, we talked a lot about the 7-wave crashing structure. I think that is still good. I put in a trade on Ethereum. Leverage is a little bit too high, so I got stopped out on my stop loss. But it still seems to be holding true. So you have, even on the daily, you have a 7-wave crashing structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a crashing structure. And to validate this as true, we'd expect to take out wave 6 on this next bigger wave here. And what we would not expect, what would invalidate my thesis, would be a daily body close where we lose this wick over here, which was at $3,000. If we lose that, that would invalidate my thesis for sure. And it would either mean that we're doing wave 5 and we're going to get an ABC correction, or it would mean that wave 7 is not complete yet. But I don't think that wave 7 is not complete yet. I don't think I'm saying that right. I think that there is strong evidence to point to the fact that wave 7 is complete. My man, thank you for the, I don't even know what that was, but I love it. I appreciate you, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Thank you for the level ship. It says we're cooked. Who's we? We? There is no we. Thank you for the money gun, you savage. I appreciate you.
The cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
So it's pretty clean on Ethereum. It's even more clean on Solana. Solana looks crazy for the crashing structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Getting extremely oversold on the RSI. And then perhaps potentially a higher low has been put in on the 5-hour. So we'd like to see this wick hold here. I don't want to see that being taken out. That would mean that the wave is not completed yet, which is possible. But if we, in the next few days, take out this over here, 164, woo doggy. Woo doggy. Woo doggy. That would be good. But yeah, listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Again, what I said at the beginning of the live stream, I am generally bullish more times than I'm not because I have a bias against the US dollar. So on a long enough time frame, I have a bias to be bullish, right? But not every single moment is like that where I'm just bullish, right? It's not every moment that's like that. In this micro moment in time, I have not been this bullish since April. Okay? And I know it's hard to really decipher, when am I making content? When do I have a general read versus when do I have a strong read as to what is up? I could be wrong. Possible. I am a human being. I put on pants one leg at a time just like everybody, right? But I feel like I have a very strong read, and I feel like in this micro moment in time, I have not been this bullish since April. And we'll see how that plays out over the next month, over the next year. But I think that was it. There's only been one time when I've called a bottom, and I was wrong. That was February of last year. We will see. That's the only time I've ever called a bottom, and I was wrong. Was that 24? Was that 2024? No, that was 2025. So February of 2025, I called for a bottom, and I was wrong. That was the only time I ever called for a bottom, and I was wrong. But I didn't bet the beard then. With that, let's get into your guys' questions, comments, concerns. What up, bro? Good evening. It's time to freak out and sell. Warren Buffett. Yo. Price prediction on AVAX, please. I got you. Tenski, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Rose and Render looking primed. I'm seeing Rose moving a bit. Filecoin's pumping. File crazy big. Yeah, listen. I'm telling you, like there's little sprinkles of hope in the market to point that, hey, maybe these coins are telling us something. Maybe they're painting a picture. You know what I mean? What about the CME gap at 92K? Sure. What about the one at 3K? What about the one at 1K? What about the one at $100? Are we getting them all? Are we going to get them all? Or, you know what I'm saying, bro? Are we getting them all? Triple bottom on the Bitcoin Daily. Save us, Ski. I'm tired, boss. Hey, are you shaving your beard? Are you shaving the beard? Jav, I'm going to tell you one more time, and that's it. That's it, bro. I'm telling you one more time. Because I see you commenting on my videos, and then I comment back, and it's like, I don't know if you can't read or what the deal is. 95K, daily body close. I will shave my beard. That was the bet. That was always the bet. There was no other number. If we get a daily body close, $95,000, I will come on here like a man, and I will shave my beard. That's the number. Quit asking about it. You tell me, did we get 95K daily body close? If so, then I need to shave my beard. If no, the answer is no. Always enjoy your analysis. I appreciate that. Jacked with Jess. Why are the privacy's coins mooning? It could be an indication of something. Could be an indication of something. How does a bear market start? Okay, that's a good question. A bear market starts in maximum greed, not maximum fear. A bear market also starts We need all of these to be concretely. We need this 200, this dark blue line, to be on top of everything, like so. We need this one to be concretely on the bottom. We need this one to be second. We need this one to be third, concretely. What also, let me get rid of all these. What definitely signals a bear market, that again, we are not even close to. What signaled it last time? The 20 crossing the 50. Guess what? So that's the red crossing on the weekly chart. The red crossing the 20. We are not even close. Look how spread apart these are. Look how everything is still sloping up. Not even close. All we've done is just backtest the 50 as support. Did we do that? Yes, we did. We did it in April. Did we do that? Yes, we did. We did it within Japan rate cuts. Did we do? Yes, all the way. The 50-week moving average. So this crosses here. That's a bear market. We're in a bear market. No, we're not. We're nowhere close right now. Those are signals of bear markets. We can go back to, so there it is right here. This is the signal of a bear market. Let's go back to 2017. You cross. We're in a bear market. My man, I appreciate you. I don't even know what that is. It says 125 PHP. I have no idea, but I assume it's a lot because it's red. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Andrew.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Says, to be fair, you thought November was alt season. Are we in December? I don't know, bro. Like, ICP's up 500% this week. Are we in December yet? Is it December yet? You let me know. DNT, can we hit 50 cents? Ski has AR got good potential. Much more an update. The Philippian press. Sorry, disappoint. No, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate any support. Not disappointing me for a second. I don't know what it is, but I appreciate it. So yeah, potentially the same thing. Like as you know, ICP. We want to start to see a bigger move out of here. We're getting really oversold on the daily for what is this? DNT. On the daily, on the 5 hour, same thing. We've had across the upside. We want to see getting back above the 5 hour 200 of 002 to get you back in the, the bullish posture. And then can you get the 50 cents? That'd be a crazy run. That'd be the 1618, but it's not impossible. ICP pumped 1 week before last November rally. Let's check his math. I believe you, bro. I believe you. I believe that we will. I believe. And bro, the same thing too. Like ICP lost all of the support before. It was like, psych, you thought. All right. So when did this take off? October, actually. So he is not lying. Had an 80% move October to November, so he's telling the truth. Same thing too, like ICP lost all that support. Same thing. Had all this support over here, ICP lost it. And then boom, psych, you thought for 500. Alex, can I get a you thought? For 400, please. Answer. Daily double. A long time no see. Life's been busy lately. Well, it's good to see you, Cole. ICP's up 500%. All right, let's check out AR before I forget. AR, you could definitely make the argument doing the exact same thing as ICP here. That you could definitely say that this is the spring. It didn't even lose the support, really. Like, the daily body was pretty much the same. I would like to see AR get back above the 200. It's having a nice, like a really good move off of this spring over here. 400%, brother. Now, this 200 is going to be big, and like where ICP structurally is, ICP busted through all of this, right? So low side, it didn't get as bad as ICP got, but upside too, structurally, the percentage is basically the same. But upside structurally, what ICP has already done is busted through, and I suspect it's going to backtest and chop for a bit before going higher. So if, like, we're seeing, listen, we are seeing coins give us a little bit of life here, and in the midst of despair, in the midst of maximum fear, we're seeing some coins telling us that maybe something different is at play here than what is being propagated to you. Storage coins. Yeah, it's 6 days in. ICP going crazy. Bro, I'm pumped for any ICP holders. Or Filecoin holders. You guys know I'm a Filecoin hater. I'm not really a hater of Filecoin. I think that they have good technology, but I just always was skeptical of their inflation. Yeah, this is a good pump here. Same thing, like you got to get above the 200 here, but same thing though. Like you could definitely say that this is the spring. You could definitely say that if, like, what you want to see, like ICP. Okay, ICP is pretty much giving you the formula of what you want to see, for real. Okay, so if your coin got decimated in the October crash, October 10th, right? And then you had this structure. This is a really good like structure from ICP here. So we're gonna box out. We're gonna box out these ranges here, right? Hi, sweetie. Okay, let me finish working and then I'll play Game Beast. Okay. All right, so we're gonna box out this this box over here of the structure where ICP was, and this is a textbook spring in Wyckoff here. Okay. The only thing that would invalidate this is if you lose it again. But this is a good playbook. Like this is what you want to see. And like you could apply the same thing. Like you could box out support and resistance where you were chopping here. You lost it all only to take it all back. And like what I would be concerned about, and like where some coins are kind of behind a little bit, is if like you have this big pump up, right? But it's just to the bottom of the range and then a rejection. That's not good, right? That could be a continuation. But ICP hasn't done that. It busted through all of it, right? And that's more typical of a classic spring. Now, what would invalidate it is if, because we definitely expect it to back test and get back in this range, right? But what would invalidate it would be, is, hey, like we're back testing, but then we lose it again. That would be a bull trap, right? But this is a really good setup, and this is what you want to see from everything that got decimated. So you could say the same about Filecoin, where it's like Filecoin has a little bit of work to do. So we box it out again. Like I'm pumped for anyone like, that's getting ROI on Filecoin right now. I am pumped for you. Truly, truly, truly. But you got to get back above like how ICP, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying here. Get back above this range here and then, test it as support. That would be a textbook spring. So it's got a little bit of work to do still for Filecoin, where ICP is kind of leading the charge a little bit of like it already did more of a textbook what you're looking for. What was the other one? AR. Wait, AR kind of the same. It's already kind of up in it. It's in the midst of it. So looking a little bit more ahead than Filecoin, but less ahead than ICP. So really, you want to see it getting back into that $8 range and then back test and then like chop in there. But this is a really good start for sure to say that, hey, like you have a strong case that this is a spring. And guess what? Like a lot of altcoins look like this. Looking to short ICP. Yeah, a little bit. Like a scalp, I think so. Because like you would expect it to pull back for sure. For sure. Like you expect it to pull back to the bottom of the range here to like 550. You know what I mean? That would be textbook. That's fine. That's still bullish. But that's a good little short there from 66666. The devil. The devil is a lie. Back down to 550. By the way, same thing for Solnic. I don't want to just throw us in there like that, but for real. But come on now. Whoopski, we lost the support. Psych, you thought for 500, Alex. So that's a good setup. Like, we're seeing it in the market. That's really good. That's really good. It's interesting too that the smaller stuff is really kind of the ones that's leading it a bit. Well, not smaller, but it's not the big blue chip stuff. Where is my Solnic chart? Here you go. Same thing. Same thing. That's a long accumulation right there. Come on now. I'm telling you guys, I am more bullish right now than I've been in a long time. Again, I always have a bias slightly bullish on a long enough time horizon, but that doesn't mean every single moment that I'm like, I feel that right now. I feel the like, I don't just bet my beard for fun. I don't just bet my beard for fun. Doesn't mean I'll always be right, but I bet it many times and it keeps growing. What's your price predictions for Solana end of year? 350. So I like Solana setup too. Listen, guys. I need okay. I need to read y'all because I don't watch other people like that. The real number is 98. I would say so, Eli. That's a good. Eli knows me well. Like, I need to read y'all for a second. What's the temperature looking like outside of ski? Like, who is pounding the table bullish right now? I'm not bragging on me. Like, I'm trying to read the room here. I'm trying to read, where's crypto Twitter at? Where's TikTok Twitter at? Who's pounding the table being bullish? Calvin? Oh, Calvin was bullish in 2022. So, listen, I'm aware of 5 creators that were publicly bullish in 2022. That's it. I'm aware of 5 creators out of the thousands that were publicly bullish in 2022. Calvin, Alex, myself, Waters Above, and BCB. That's it. End of list. I see Bitcoin CME gap at 92 first. Is it going to fill the one at 1K too? While we're at it, how about that one at 7K? Are we filling that one? On my hood. Are we filling that one too? What about that one down at 40K? Are we filling that while we're at it? Not every single CME gap gets filled, y'all. Nor does it need to get filled before we go. That's not a real thing. I don't know who taught y'all that, but that's not real. I don't know who taught y'all that, but that's not real. Says, I got recommended you by the White Whale and have been watching you every day since August. Gabe, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the support from the White Whale. I know he's a big supporter of the channel. He's a good dude. Is Macho Man your idol? I have no idols. I don't have any idols. Jesus is my idol. That's it. I don't have any idols. Macho Man, I use him his sound because the Savage Army. So the context of Macho Man and how that came to be was a lot of my base followers were back in 2022, 2023 when it was like dead for real. Okay, and I was publicly bullish back then, and I was saying I'm accumulating here, I'm buying here. My average price the last bear market for Bitcoin was 20K. My average price the last bear market for XRP was 33 cents. Okay, publicly. So what I was saying back then was like, if you're still here today, you haven't been shaken yet. You're still accumulating. You're a savage. You are the future 1%. And so Randy Savage, it became like the Savage Army. Like my followers is like the Savage Army. And so like who is the most savage of them all? Got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. Yeah, I like Macho Man, but you know, no idols. No idols for sure. Alex Becker, Eric Trump. Honestly, most of the YouTubers seem to agree with the biggest blow off top, biggest bull run crypto history narrative. I don't know that that's going to... If that's going to happen, to me, it's in 2028 or 2029. You know what I'm saying? It amazes me we're in a dumpster calling bear market at 100K Bitcoin. Bright, Eli, do you know how pumped we were? I know you know. But do y'all, everyone outside of Eli, know how pumped we were 1 year ago when we hit 100K for the first time? Do you know how pumped we were? Do you understand how excited we were? Not even a full year ago. Do you understand? I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Flux. All right, let's look up Flux. Yeah, like I still think that this is a good candidate to be a spring. We need to get it back above the 200 here at 14. I think a lot of the market, you know, we're going to look back. We'll see how long it's going to take to really flesh itself out, but I think we're going to look back on October 10th and we're going to be like, man, that was the spring. That was it. That was the best buying opportunity. I think that that's how we're going to look back, you know, 3, 4, or 5 months from now. We're going to look back on how the same way we do April. It feels to me we might go up with pullbacks until 20. The more time that goes on, the more that's what I think. I put it out. Listen, I'm not going to take credit for it. I passively put it out. You know, I passively put it out. as like this is a realistic possibility, guys. Like if we're really going to break the 4-year cycle, I think we break it to the upside, not to the downside. But the more that time goes on, the more that I'm like, man, I think that that's what we're doing. Are we cooked? Who's we? Just shows what it's going to take to get Bitcoin lower than 80K. Literally, like what will it take actually? Actually. The purple screen looks weird. Hard to see. All right. Does everyone agree, or do you guys like the purple screen? Isn't it programmed with the halvenings, though? Is this a good time for tax harvesting? Don't like it. I'm good. Hard to see. It's fine. No preference. So neutral or don't like it is what I'm getting out of the 7 people that responded. Okay, so listen, I'm not a tax professional. I hire a guy, okay? I just did my tax plan already. Okay? I just talked to my tax people like last week. I think it was maybe been this week. Whatever day I didn't go live, that was the reason why. So listen, I hire a guy. I'm not a daggone tax professional. I'll tell you that much. But yes, you can sell at a loss and rebuy back. There's no laws against that. Um, but talk to your tax guy. As a chairman of the color committee. Not big on the purple. All right. All right. Fine. We'll change it back. Oops. All right. But I put this your boy ski up here. My God. Oh my God. There we go. Oh my God. It's too black now. It's too black. I need something. There's another thing I gotta do. Oh. Nope. Crosshair text. That's what it is. All right. I don't remember how I got my... Whatchamacallit? Ski, you're still in college? No, I'm not. I'm much better. So you're going against what Ben Coven is saying and believes and the extended into 2026. Listen, guys, I don't know who that is. I promise you, I don't watch nobody. I don't know. I don't know these people. Listen, here's the deal. Here's the honest truth. Whatever you get from me, it is my opinion and my opinion alone. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it is my own opinion. And that's it. Whatever opinion you're getting from me, I will live and die by my own sword. And that is it. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what the results are the results. I'm concerned with the inputs, not the outputs. I'm going to control what I can control. But I don't care what Billy Bob Thornton thinks or any of that stuff. I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to live and die by my own sword. Clean up my daggone chart here. This is like too black now. Because I don't have my... I like the look of this better, to be honest. I don't like the... I know y'all like it, but I don't like having the timestamp on it. I think it looks better just all black like this. Like, it looks cleaner to me. Is Flux a storage coin like Filecoin? Yes, and it's an AI coin. Most likely 130 if there's no bear. I think so. I forget what it's called, like the little background where it tells you like what the ticker is and what the candle is. I know y'all like that. I like the look of this best, honestly. I like the look of just pure black. Like, that looks good to me. With a long now, to be honest, on Flux just for the narrative, right? Is alt season coming? The watermark. My God, my brain was just quit working. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose that. But we don't have my other watermark now. The Ya Boy Ski watermark. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that looks nice. Look at that. Come on now. That looks nice. Can you go over some of your settings for your indicators? Yeah. We can play around with my AI node if you guys want. I have a full on AI node that I've been working on. I made a video about this. But this isn't like just ChatGPT. Okay, and I'm going to release this for the members for free. It has all of my stuff in here. It has the 7-year cycle, the 4-year cycle, Fibonacci's, Elliott waves, Wyckoff accumulation, the moon, sentiment, fear and greed, just everything that I believe to be important. It has it in here. It's programmed into this batch file, which is right here, Gemini.md file. So it references this. This is like the program, the script that I've made it run. So this is what I've been working on. But this is like, it's not just ChatGPT though, because it references the files and there's no guardrails on it. So there's no like parameters. Like I can ask it whatever, and it's not going to give me like, oh, this is against our community guidelines BS. This is AI on my own computer, and it accesses its own database. It can access the internet, and it can access the files that I give it. So this is pretty cool. Like, okay, let's give you an example. So let's do, someone give me a chart. Let's do a chart. And we'll let it do its thing. The coin is in the upper left, so you don't need a watermark, right? VeChain. All right. Let's do VeChain. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to VeChain. This is pretty cool. This is powerful stuff. I think that this is probably like 5 or 10 times more powerful than, because this is literally running off of Ubuntu, like a Linux program within Windows. This is like really, really powerful. I think this is probably 5 or 10 times more, not 10 times. It's probably 5 times more powerful than your ChatGPT. That's what I think. So let's go to VeChain. And what we're going to do, like, this is so dope. All right, let's give it. What are we going to do here? Let's just pull from here. Let's give it this fib right here. And then we'll make this a little bit bigger so I can see. We're going to take 2 pictures. We're going to download an image here. This is the daily. And then we're going to do the 5-hour chart. Same thing. Okay. So we have the 5-hour. This is just an example. 5-hour and daily. And I'm going to preface not for a trading plan. Just analyze it. So we're going to take these files. We got to go to our charts because this folder right here is what I programmed it to reference for the charts, right? So you can see all the charts that I've already uploaded in here. And then we're going to upload. We're going to drag and drop this into here. Like, I don't think y'all understand how dope this is. All right, so we're going to upload that one. And then we're going to upload this one. Okay, so now it's in there. And now we're going to ask it. Or we're going to tell it. I have uploaded VET 5-hour chart and 1-day chart. Not for trading set up, but analyze. I know that's wrong. It doesn't matter. That's way wrong. That's embarrassing wrong. Analyze the chart with outline that I have given you. Give me a bull case, bear case, and base case with targets and invalidation for each. Okay, and now look. So it's referencing the file, which is the program that I've given it. We're going to see. It's going to, in a minute here, you're going to see it reference the folder that I just gave it to. In just a second, you'll see that. It wants to do its thing here. File, please. You should patent it. All right, so there you go. Look, it just read the charts file, which I told you. It's reading the folders, listed 30 items. And there we go. Successfully read from 2 files. It gave from the 5-hour and from the daily. I've analyzed it. Yada, yada, yada. So now we're going to tell it to make us into PDF. Turn this turn findings into shareable PDF. And this is about to upload something on my computer. Insane. Crazy stuff. So we'll see what it says. I have no idea what it's going to say. We're going to find out together. All right. So, developing. All right. So here we go. This is the folder that it just created for me. So let's see what it says. Let's go back and find our VeChain analysis. Here we go. Boom. What do we got? Zoom in a little bit. All right, VeChain macro analysis. This document provides bull case, bear case, and base case analysis for VeChain based on the structure outlined. By the way, I could just share this for y'all. That's how crazy this is on the 1 day and the 5 hour chart. Hold on 1 second. Like I could literally just, like I'm going to drop this in the Telegram right now, actually. I'm going to just drop this in the Telegram for y'all. For whoever wants it. That way you can just have it. And then boom. There you go. It's there. Whoever's in the Telegram's got it. Okay. Let's go back to my Word. All right. This document provides blah, 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 blah on the analysis. Overall analysis. The chart laid out multi-year bottoming structure. The key feature are major horizontal support resistance lines between 0.00 or 0.023 and the large descending triangle pattern forming since the major high move higher in early 2025. The recent price action shows a breakdown from the triangle, which is a critical development. Base case breakdown and capitulation. This is most likely immediate scenario based on the chart. The price has decisively broken down from the long-term descending triangle and is currently in capitulation phase. The thesis is the breakdown below the major trend line at the 0.02 final leg down. This is a corrective structure. The market is now seeking a bottom. The bullish divergence you noted on the RSI price is a strong signal that the downward movement is nearing exhaustion. The imminent price target, the recent low point, it's talking about the October low here. It's common for the price to double bottom or slightly undercut the initial low phase. Stabilizing the area, bullish divergence strengthening the period, low volume consolidation near low top signal selling pressure is absorbed. So basically it's saying that it thinks that it's nearing a bottom. That's the base case. Bull case, this case plays out. Currently break down the final shakeout similar to Wyckoff Spring, like a lot of the other market is doing. Trap designed to catch the last sellers to create maximum fear before powerful reversal. The bullish divergence on the RSI, primary evidence for the scenario. The price will aggressively reclaim the broken line, just like ICP has already done. Validation. So here's the validation is what would confirm this. A strong high volume move up back to that reclaims the major broken trend line support significantly close above 0.023. Targets are the 382, which would be 369. That would be insane. And then 0.0536 at the 618 Fibonacci key reversal target. And then target number 3 is 0.086 reset major high. So basically a double top from 2024. A bullish divergence fails and the price continues to break down significantly, 0.09 without any sign of reversal. Bear case, a true breakdown, price discovery downside. Multi-year support failed. There's no significant price structure. Support, I didn't ask it for percentages. 0.005. Invalidation price reclaims 0.023. So basically, if it reclaims 0.23, this is out. And it should have gave me a summary, but it didn't. That's okay. So there you go. Pretty, like I could tell it to trade off of this. I could tell it to do a lot of cool stuff. Give me probabilities. I know that's terrible. That's not right. Of each, as well as a trading plan with TPs and stop losses. Crazy stuff, y'all. Let's see what it says. How can I join the Telegram? 2 NFTs gives you lifetime access. All right. I'm interested to see what this says here. Rise to the top, Andrew says. Jim Cramer's my favorite crypto influencers. Just joined. What program is this? It's one that I created. It's an AI trading model. Permission denied. Open. Okay, that's not good. I've updated the VeChain. Oh, here we go. It gave us a new one. That's fine. It tried to edit it and it didn't allow it. That's all that happened there. That's fine. Where's the other VeChain? Oops. Let's go back. VeChain analysis. Where'd it go? .md. I encountered a small permission error saving, but I have resolved it. The file VeChain in your crypto directory is fully... Oh, okay, so it did update it. Okay, cool. I see. So let's see what it says now. It didn't update it. I'm going to tell it to create a new file. Create a new file called VET plan with findings. Is it normal that the Bitcoin price on crypto.com is higher than Google? Yes. They all have slightly different numbers. Very normal. All right. I have created a file, VeChain plan. All right, let's go back and find it. Here it is. This document provides bull case, bear case, and base case analysis. There you go. Overall analysis. The chart laid out a large multi-year bottoming structure. The key features a major horizontal support line around the 0.023. The price action shows break down from the triangle. Base case. Where is my probabilities? I told it to give the probabilities. Here's the targets. I didn't do that. Okay, that's fine. But either way, cool stuff. I had one for ICP earlier. This is what it said about ICP as it was ripping. I think this is the one. Basically, invalidation. It basically thinks that it's a spring, just like I talked about. And then losing that $4 range would be the invalidation of that. That's like the summary of that. So I've been playing around with this. I'm still programming it. I'm still inputting stuff into it. But this isn't just like a, you know, if you're just joining, this isn't just like ChatGPT. This is a full AI model that I've programmed on my computer that can access files, and I have prompts for it, and it accesses the files constantly. It accesses the charts that I upload into the charts file, and then the Gemini 2 MD file. That is the file with I have all of the prompts of looking for Wyckoff, looking for Elliott wave, looking for structure, Fibonacci's, everything that I deem to be important. There's a whole like list of stuff in there that I have for it, and it's always referencing this when it's doing its analysis. So it's like it's an AI ski is what it is. So I'm still working on it, but this is like a full-on like Linux program within Windows, and it's using it accesses AI, which it can have like ChatGPT talk to Gemini, talk to Cloud. They can all access the same stuff, and they can all use the same files, and they like can work together. It's insane. So I'm still working on this, but it's pretty insane what it's capable of. Yeah, pretty crazy. I would say that this is like 5 times more powerful than your whatever ChatGPT, because there's no guardrails either. Like you can just use it. There's no like, oh, this is against community guidelines. And then also they can access files, and then like this is important because it won't hallucinate. It won't like lose. It won't get off the rails, and I can continuously update this. So anyways, that's what I'm working on. Really cool stuff. What's its memory? The memory is, it's on my own computer, so it's the memory of your computer. Like you can buy, I know what you're saying, but you can buy like, man, it's complicated because you can bypass it because you create workers, and every worker that you create has its own memory bank, but they can all access the same files. So I could have, so let's say if it's like 200,000, I think is the actual number. I think it's 200,000, but if it creates the file of, this is like super nerdy stuff that like, you know, there's only like 7 people that understand what the hell is going on. I get that. But just to answer the question, and then we'll move on. If it creates a file and it like it's accessing this file and it's accessing information, if I create a new worker, they're all accessing the same file. So even if I only have 200K of memory, I can create 100 different workers that are all accessing the same thing, and then it's like they're collaborating together. It's insane. You can create leverage. Yeah, I'm still working on that. I did a leverage trade with it earlier, and it had basically like a swing trade for me, and I did a scalp trade leverage. So I'm still dialing that in. But yeah, that's the next thing. Just joined your TikTok. You getting nervous about your beard? Nope, not even a little bit. In fact, I am more bullish today than I have been since April. That's where I'm at. So anyways, I'm going to release this for free for the members in the Telegram. Solnic to the moon, 100%. Solnic is still my number one 100x play. I could probably charge thousands of dollars for this, but we're releasing it for free with all my prompts. So it'll be a YouTube video probably, or not a YouTube, but like a video on how to set it up. So that's going to be for the members. Whenever I feel like it's ready. Which I'm still giving it prompts and stuff. Cool. So, listen, that's going to be it for this time. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I'll be live tomorrow. Probably about the same time, about 6 o'clock. Peace, love, prosperity. I will never message you first.